is up, YouTube? It's RSMario here, bringing you another Super Nintendo Switch video. Alright, so, what I'm saying, that I have let the rumors and the leaks kind of ruminate and build up for a while so I can do a whole video. This way, it's not a bunch of smaller videos, it's just one video giving you most of the new stuff that has dropped so far. Of course, we're going to get into the possibility of Nintendo fixing the biggest issue that happened with the original Switch with the new Switch. A very interesting Nintendo product that could be a boom or bust for them, and some more today. Of course, if you want to continue getting videos like this from me, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all that good stuff that YouTube requires you to do to continue getting videos from me. Follow me at twitter.com/rsmario128. Like my video tweet, share my video tweet, and I will shout you out at this portion of the video. As well, you can check out the previous Super Nintendo Switch video I did to keep up to date on all the stuff going on with the Super Nintendo Switch. Alright, so now let's get on into it. Alright, so Nintendo reportedly working with Google on a VR headset. So rumors suggest Nintendo is partnering with Google to develop a standalone VR headset which could usher in a new era of immersive gaming. So this is actually pretty interesting. Now, last time Nintendo tried to get into the VR space, it was with the Virtual Boy, and it ended very, very badly. I guess you could also say Nintendo Labo, which was kind of a way like a cardboard headset type of deal where you could put the Switch into the cardboard. And it was weird. It was weird. I mean, Nintendo was trying something different and it just didn't really pan out. It was a cool novelty for the time, but it just didn't pan out. And I think it was like $50 or something at launch. Like, it was cardboard, bro. Y'all was trying to rob people for something they could literally make out of a box. You know what I'm saying? But, so, of course, a little bit more information on this. This is, according to Nash Weedle, who has a history of being accurate on Nintendo leaks in the past. Nintendo and Google are working together on a new VR headset. The rumor claims that the prototype VR headset already exists, and it's claimed that Nintendo is testing a micro LED display from the recently acquired Google Waxum. In addition, it is said the device will be independent of Switch 2 and be a mixed reality headset. Being independent of any console seems to suggest the device will be a standalone headset that works on its own, akin to the Oculus Quest headsets. A venture into VR for Google wouldn't be Nintendo's first attempt in space. Of course, back in 1995, they released the much-aligned Virtual Boy, which I've already talked about. So this is kind of interesting. Now, it being a standalone device is kind of interesting. That's unexpected, because, I mean, if you already have a portable-like system, why not just have a device where you could slide the system into the headset and then just kind of use it that way? You know what I'm saying? That way, like, the power and, like, extra tech and stuff for the VR comes from the device. You know, maybe there's some sort of hardware limitation or something. I would assume that you can still connect this device to the Switch 2 to still use the VR. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you can connect it to the dock. You know what I'm saying? Something to that extent. I don't know. Now I'm puzzled. Because a standalone device is definitely going to cost more money. I mean, it's probably going to cost upwards of $400, maybe $500. It might even cost more than the system itself. So I don't know about that one. That one, now I'm a little puzzled. I'm a little puzzled on it now. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about it? Tell me in the comments what you think. Like, do you think Nintendo making a VR headset is a good idea? Do you think that them having a headset that is standalone is a good idea? Tell me in the comments down below. Of course, we move on to the next thing. So, the biggest problem with the original Super Nintendo or the original Switch by far was the Joycons. And take it from me, somebody, well, you can't really see it, it's back there, that has multiple Joy-Cons. I've got like 3 sets of Joy-Cons. One of them is completely drifted out. You know what I'm saying? It's the biggest problem with the Switch by far. And so it looks like Nintendo's going to fix that with the next system, potentially. So another article here, it says, in the ever-evolving landscape of gaming technology, Nintendo has made a significant move to tackle a persistent issue with their controllers. The company independently filed a patent for a magnetic joystick that employs smart fluid, possibly aiming at eliminating stick drift, a long-standing problem in gaming. This innovative joystick contains a magnetorological. That is not a word. That's not a word. All right, y'all not gonna sit here and tell me that I'm dumb. That's not a word. All right, they made that up. Magnetorological. That ain't a word. Okay. MRF, which adjusts its viscosity based on the strength of this magnetic field. Eventually, when the player moves the joystick with their thumb, the fluid thickens and creates resistance. Once the player releases the joystick, it returns to its original position smoothly. So basically, these are Hall effect joysticks, similar to what they did back on the Dreamcast. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of other systems have done this as well to avoid the stick drift issue. Now, the whole problem with stick drift is that there were mechanical parts involved where, you know what I'm saying, like, it digitally read where that little, where the joystick was being moved. And dust and debris and stuff could get in between that and cause the sensor to go off prematurely, which is why it drifts, because the piece of dust is in between there. And so the sensor is reading like the joystick is moving, but it's actually just reading a piece of dust. It's reading the freaking dust bunny. You know what I'm saying? So that is one of the big things with Joy-Con drift, and it looks like they might be fixing that. So this concept appears to be reminiscent of the Hall effect joysticks seen in some third-party peripherals that rely on magnets for movement detection. Due to the absence of connecting parts, these sticks are not susceptible to stick drift. The patent document states that the speed of return of the operation element to the initial position can be made faster in the controller using MRF. In addition, it is possible to achieve both presentation of feeling to the user by the operation element and an operation of the operation element. Wow, they're using the word operation a lot. Returning to the initial position. While the patent language is technical, it's unclear whether it is referenced to the presentation of a feeling to the user, pertains solely to providing a natural resistance akin to traditional joysticks, or if it suggests customizable force feedback similar to PS5's DualSense controller triggers. The big question remains, where will Nintendo apply this new joystick technology? Of course, it's going into the new Joycons. Come on now. So basically, yeah, they're going to use Hall effect triggers. And they're probably going to throw in some Nintendo magic on it to make it seem different so that, of course, they can market it as something more standalone. Not standalone, but something more proprietary. That way they'll be able to patent it and they'll be able to make more money. But all in all, I think this is a good thing. Fixing Joy-Con drift, that's a big W, all right, because that's arguably the biggest problem that the Switch had. All right, I mean, that's probably bigger than the problem with the Switch just being not that powerful of a system. The biggest problem is Joy-Con drift. All right, I mean, there was a whole lawsuit over Joy-Con drift, so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Tell me in the comments what you think about them fixing Joy-Con drift. Do you think that the Hall effect triggers will fix the issue, which they probably will? And my fellow Dreamcast veterans, what do you think about Sega being right? Tell me in the comments down below. Next thing we move on to is the big piece of news here. So this one, Nintendo Switch 2 to release September 20. Nintendo Switch 2 to release September 24th, 2024 with 2 models priced above $400. And then they had to put rumor there to make sure you know that it is a rumor. So, of course, this is actually pretty interesting if true. I mean, like Sony does this, Microsoft does this. You know, the Steam Deck does this. The Steam Deck has multiple, I think 2 or 3 different SKUs. I think they're working on another SKU. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of par for the course nowadays. You'll have like the one for, you know, like I guess like the Pro model, like for people who are like uber gamers, and then you'll have like a slim or regular model or what have you. Let's see what they got though. So the Switch 2 console will release in the last few months of 2024, and in 2 different models according to rumors circulating online. A few hours ago, Discord user Soldier Delta, who provided information and screenshots showcasing Team Ninja's Rise of Ronin a while back on the Snitches server, these are Discord servers, revealed that the new Nintendo console, whose internal name is NG, is targeting a September 2024 release, precisely the 24th. Now, let me see. Let's do some time traveling here on the old calendar. And let's see if September 24th, that is a Tuesday. Okay. All right. So that's a little validity, because usually it's like a Tuesday they drop big stuff. So that is a Tuesday. So the console, however, may also be released during November 2024, as there's apparently a placeholder for this window. Additionally, 2 models will be available at launch: a standard model that will retail for $449, and a digital only model that will retail for $400. So this doesn't seem too bad. Below $500 is not a bad price point, but that could also contribute to like what kind of tech is going to be in this system, because you know, I mean, you expect like an uber powerful system now. Well, maybe not uber powerful, but a very powerful system nowadays to cost upwards of $500. So $450 is not bad, but it does bring into question what kind of power is the system packing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even though it's gonna have DLSS, so it still will be able to make that look really good, but what kind of power are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? So while Soldier Delta provided access to confidential information, we have to take everything with they have revealed today with a grain of salt. Still, a September 2024 release date sounds extremely possible, considering some other recent findings that suggest a big marketing campaign is planned for June to August 2024. Possibly due to support Nintendo's console release. The Nintendo Switch 2 has yet to be officially revealed. We will keep you updated. So, of course. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I mean, everything looks pretty good. I mean, there are 2 points that I would say they will release the console. One is spring 2024, and the other one is fall 2024. The reason why I say spring is because the Switch released in spring. You know what I'm saying? And there's still time for them to start that marketing push. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, they can start in November. They can start in January if they really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? They could literally drop information in January, like a big January direct. They could drop that information and the system could launch in like, you know, March. You know what I'm saying? March, maybe May. Because if you remember, the original Switch launched in March, if I'm not mistaken, because it was right around the time of like Horizon Zero Dawn, you know, because Breath of the Wild came out that time and stomped Horizon's hype. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's somewhere around that time period. So, that's a possibility, you know what I'm saying? Or they could announce the system in spring and then release it in fall and just have a massive marketing push. You know, and that way they'll do something really big for June. You know, launch titles, swan song for the Switch, all that kind of stuff. That will be a tremendous 2024, to be honest. All right, so that's about in line with what we've heard from several different other rumors here and there. So of course, take it with a grain of salt because these are the Super Nintendo Switch rumors. You always take it with a grain of salt. But you can tell me what you think about it down in the comments down below. What do you think about the new Driftless Joycons? What do you think about the weird, apparently standalone Nintendo headset? All right, is this gonna be interesting, or is this gonna be like Virtual Boy 2.0? You know what I'm saying? Just way more expensive. Tell me about that stuff down in the comments down below. As well, if you want to see more from me, you can check out my fall anime preview video where I rank all the anime, well, most of the anime from the fall 2023 season. So of course, like, comment, subscribe, and as always, people, keep it real.